What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and today we have the official Elladan kit via CG Games working with Tauna for an exclusive. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, to start off with, let's just be appreciative that CG Games is working with the content creators for Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth. And I spoke to Hemophilus, and they confirmed that this is the first time the game has worked with a content creator, and it was an initial one-off thing to kind of test the waters to see how things are, and the overall impressions that everyone's getting is that it was a great thing. So give flowers to Tauna. I'm going to put a link to his original video in the description below so you guys can see his video as well, because he should be getting the credit. He was one of the first pioneers of this game as a content creator. Now, before we get into the kit, I do want to say for those other content creators out there, I did speak with Hemophilus asking if in the future will there be an official content creator program, and she did say we don't have any news around the content creator program right now. We are looking towards building one out, but at the moment there's nothing to share. Once we do have something ready to go, we will let people know. So on the horizon, we do possibly have that, and it's great to see a dev team working with the community at large. So let's get into this kit and see exactly what we're dealing with Elladan. All right, as we can see, of course, Elladan is on the light. He's going to be another key component of that Rivendell team. He's a tank, he's an elf. He doesn't have the weapon tag on here, but he is a spear wielder, and he is a ranger. So that means he can go into both that Rivendell team and flesh out that entire group right there, giving out boons, being the tank of that group, but he can also fit into that ranger group as well. Going into the lore, it says that one of Elrond's twin sons, Elladan, is a proud warrior driven to hunt the enemies of Rivendell. Resilient, resolute, his mere presence commands attention. And he works best with Arwen and Arohir. But let's get into his kit. Now, take this with a grain of salt. Remember, these skills that you're seeing right here are due to full upgrades. So it's not going to be like this when you first get off. You are going to have to build these skills up. But his basic attack is going to attack that target enemy for 260% damage and inflict and weaken for 2 turns. Now, that's great because we have some characters that do weaken for 1 turn. Nuraz comes to mind with his basic doing that, but I believe that's a single turn weaken. This would be great, especially because he has that provoke ability. He's going to be that tank, and if he's working with that Rivendell team, you're going to have Lomian always retaliating whenever Elladan gets hit, or any character on your team that has provoke, and you're going to be taking less damage because of the weaken, and then you're going to get to retaliate when you're working with that. So his special is you're going to get 4 stacks of provoke. You're going to gain 1 stack of regeneration for 2 turns, and you're going to grant deadly for 1 turn to yourself and 3 of the other allies. So that's 4 deadly going out to your team, and that's going to be huge, especially with 4 stacks of provoke. It's going to take a while to whittle these down and get into that, especially if you're going to be in arena using this with arena. You're going to have to try to, go through him before you can start getting those threats on that team. And because we are in an AoE meta, his ultimate attack is a AoE. It's going to attack all enemies for 300% damage, and you're going to gain 1 stamina for for this ability per boon on self, and you're going to gain another 3 stacks to provoke. So you're going to have at least a minimum, if you get everything on there, 7 stacks to provoke, but you're always going to have, I say, at least a minimum of 3 stacks rolling through this. Plus, on that legendary team of Rivendell, once Elrond comes out, you're going to get boons going everywhere. Arwen's going to be giving out boons. Elrond's going to be giving out boons. It's just going to be crazy. Now, on his passive, on his turn, you're going to gain 1 stack of nimble, and you're going to gain 10% resistance. So this does sound like, I'm not going to say an overpowered character, but a very, very strong character to add into your roster. And the beautiful thing is, he is plug and play. Because if you look at these abilities, it says 3 random allies. It doesn't say 3 elves. It doesn't say 3 Rivendell teams. It's allies. So just like Halbarad, you're going to be able to plug and play Elladan into a lot of these other teams, and it makes for some great customization of your team and your roster, I feel. Yes, you can run him with the cookie cutter Rivendell team, especially if you got Elrond. But if you don't get Elrond this go around, right, you can plug him right in to the Ranger team, and he's going to be that 5th Ranger for that team. Now, I don't think that the pure Ranger team with Elladan is going to be ground breaking for arena meta. It's going to be good for PvE, but what I'm looking at is this could be a very nice hybrid focus, because now you can have parts of the Ranger squad, you can have parts of the Rivendell team, right? Because now you're going to have 2 characters that fit 2 of those tags. You can have a lotr on your team, you can have Elladan on your team, then throw in Arwen, throw in Strider, throw in Halbarad, and now you have a mixed Rivendell and Ranger team, and you're using Halbarad's leadership ability for those 4 characters, because the only one that's not going to be on that tag is Arwen. Now you can change this up again and use mostly the Rangers, not mostly the Rangers, mostly the Rivendell team, and throw Halbarad in there. So then you can run Elladan, Arohir, Lomian, Arwen, and Halbarad, and that's going to give you your tank. It's going to give you your healing. It's going to be great to see the customization that people are going to do with this character. There's going to be a lot of theory crafting going along with this character. Now, are we going to see him replace Eothane on a lot of the arena meta before Elrond comes out? I don't know. It's quite possible, but I definitely think with Elladan coming out, we will see some changes overall in the arena meta, in that ladder that you're going up facing against. You're not going to have your, the most teams that I've come across have been Rohan. They have been sometimes the Road to Rivendell if they're built up. You have your Isengard team with Gazra. We've also seen a mixture of, Isengard with Rohan, but it's always revolving basically around those same characters. Now, I do think this is going to change things for people. It's going to give you more options, and I love the fact that we can plug and play several characters now, that they have multiple tags, so they're not forced into that one, specific team where you can only use them for this team. I think a lot of the characters that come out should focus more towards this. Yes, you can use him on this team, which we, meant for him to be on, but you can also use him on this team as well to flesh out that team. I love that aspect. So we're going to have to go and lock him when he does come out. We're going to have to test him in several different areas of the game. But tell me what you guys think. Are you guys excited to see Elladan in? What do you guys feel about CG working with Tauna to bring us this exclusive? Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like my content, go ahead and tag that subscribe button, ring that bell, share and like the video so you can stay up to date with everything I do here on the channel. And with that, have a great week, have a great weekend. And remember, we're always one vision, one purpose, one front.